What's up, my friends? Welcome back to our blind Let's Play of The Witcher 2. Here we are with Geralt, and we are in Vergen here. We're outside Philippa's house. We're gonna head to this Royal Blood quest. It's kind of just like pulling us in. We have no choice, it seems. Maybe we can go off and do something else, but I don't really want to chance it because I don't know what's gonna happen if there is time-gated stuff in here, because it does seem like they really want us to do this quest right now, so I don't think we have a choice. So let's look at the journal. The blood coursing through the veins of Stennis, son of Demivan, was royal without a doubt. When a messenger arrived bearing news of a riot in front of the prince's abode, Philippa dispatched Geralt there immediately. Peasants recruited into the army were accusing Stennis of poisoning Saskia and threatening to lynch him. There was no time to lose, so we probably should get to that, huh? What is hunting magic? Philippa recognized the item in the crystallized dream. You must know that harpies of a particular breed know how to steal dreams and turn them into solid objects. Unfortunately, the item's magic was too weak, so it was not suitable as an ingredient of the cure. Geralt decided to head for the Harpy Caves in the quarry, where he hoped to find more powerful dreams. He learned, however, that the creature's nest is bolted and buried, and the key was in the hands of Cecil Burton, who was likely to be unwilling to open the gate. The cause would be lost, but the recovered dream was one of the Elder's own. Thanks to Philippa, Geralt learned of Cecil Burton's desire and went to negotiate the opening of the gate with him. Where is Triss freaking Marigold? She's freaking lost. We ain't never gonna find Triss. The Witcher gave the scars to Philippa, but search for Triss had to wait. Friendship is all fine and dandy, but politics was always more important to Philippa. At the time, the Redanian sources put all her effort into attempts to cure Saskia, and no one could blame her for that. Alright, well, let's go off to find this Prince Stennis person, wherever the hell he is. I guess before we do that, let's level up, just in case. Let's see, let's get... Yeah, I think we should venture into this one because it's a little bit more generation of adrenaline through signs. Let's go ahead and get that one. What does the next one do? The next one gives us more adrenaline through signs. It's looking like what? 55? Gives us 55 more percent and then plus sign damage as well, but we also have a mutagen here, so let's mutate that. You know, I want to do the adrenaline one. I don't think we have the adrenaline one. The range one seems fine and dandy. Damage bonus, like, I want it to use... I seen it at one point, we might have used it for alchemy, like in the first act, but I seen one that would give us adrenaline gain through using our swords. The critical effects one does look pretty good. Well, we will wait for now, because we might be able to get more mutagens over time here, and we are pretty good without putting one in the slot now. Cool. Well, let's get to old Stennis the motherfreaking menace, or whatever the hell we're gonna call this guy.
So, you thought it over?
I don't know if I trust him. I guess we can at least talk to him. Where the hell would he be? The only thing I can really think of would be... because it's pointing towards where the council chambers were. He might actually be up in there. What's up, dwarves?
Someone cast a spell, and the virgin fell as if dead.
Could be. Sorcerers are a plague of the worst kind. Hang 'em all by the balls and let 'em swing.
Have fun.
There goes the peace, eh?
Squirrels, witches, an army led by
Oh,
a woman.
brother!
Come here.
Oh, huh?
What's up, buddy? Alright, I'm getting there. We got...
The commoners claim it's our prince's doing.
Such judgment is above their station.
I believe it's Henselt's provocation. He wants to drive a wedge between us.
Oh, there's
Serfs
Dandy and
and lords will
Zoltan.
never be on the same side.
Humans only care how their asses rise as their stations do.
They're playing into Henselt's hands. If they start at each other's throats, we'll have to face the entire amount of Kedwin alone.
You can't mix water with fire.
Now, Saskia could.
Guilt must
And
be
you see
proven.
what they did to her?
Otherwise, it's vigilante justice.
I'll grant you.
Geralt! It's good to see you.
The commoners claim Stennis is involved in Saskia's poisoning. They're looking to slaughter him.
Nobody to keep things peaceful?
Scalen Burden and his dwarves are trying to contain the mob, but they're badly outnumbered.
The plebs will yell a lot, beat someone up, and go home. As peasants do.
That'd be foolish. They're not serfs anymore. The days of them humbly sowing and reaping are gone.
Looks like things are getting nasty.
Hear me! What do you want? I'm Scalen Burden. I keep order in Vergen.
Or doing a nice job then? Where was you when they poisoned Saskia?
Give us the prince! Get the flails!
Stop!
Yoveth.
Squirrels! Everyone who wants to leave this yard in one piece, keep your hands off your weapons. I don't care if you're a serf or a lord. I'll kill you all if need be.
What's going on?
The servant carrying wine during the feast said that Prince Stennis and Olgan poisoned Saskia. We want justice!
You want revenge. It's not the same thing.
We don't care. Saskia's fallen as if dead, while the poisoning prince and noble lords rush to herd us onto the field and sell us to Henselt. We won't let them!
You lie, Colton. Nobody's being sold out. The poisoner must be caught and tried by law.
Your law? What then? He'll pay a fine and get spanked on his ass? We'll spank him all right, with an axe to the throat!
Where's this servant?
Safe. The Scoia'tael keep an eye on him.
Why is the prince hiding in his house if he's innocent?
Enough! I'll shoot the first to reach for a weapon. Then heads will start falling.
There's more of us. You can't kill every...
Then you'll be first. Now back off! We need to act quickly.
What's your plan?
I'll frighten them a little. Bleed them if need be. I'll buy you some time, but be swift. I can't hold them off for long. Question the peasants and the nobles, and talk to the dwarves. Maybe you can get to meet Stennis.
Even if he's guilty, I'm sure he's prepared a suitable story.
You'll know how to sort the sheep from the goats. Also, find the servant who started talking so suddenly. You won't have time to talk to everyone, though, that's for sure.
Talk to the gathered in the square. You don't have much time.
Saskia's on the bier with Henselt at the gates. Wraiths fill the mist and commoners and nobles are at each other's throats. Lovely.
This is nonsense. What would the prince gain with the virgin's death?
I could tell you what he lost with her life. Power. As I see it, every princeling likes to scheme.
Guilt must be proven. Otherwise, it's vigilante justice.
I'll grant you that, Rhymester.
Rhymester? I honestly have no idea who we should talk to. Look at the journal, I guess. Luckily, Yorvith was faster than Geralt and managed to subdue the excited mob before any blood was shed, yet the peasants were still furious. Left to their own devices, they would sooner or later force their way into Stennis' house. The Witcher decided to see if the accusations of poisoning were justified. He began talking to those gathered in the square, also went outside to speak with the prince. Went inside. So the prince is somewhere...
Give us this whole
Say,
flower!
Witcher, come over here.
Roll it down, you surly dog!
You will change your tone when
Are
we
these
put a
oh.
sickle to your throat.
Stennis
Save
must be
your
here.
threats for your hog-smelling woman.
I want to speak with the prince.
You're unique then. Everyone else wants to tear him limb from limb.
We won't let you in.
Only I can help your prince.
Of course. Why didn't I think of that?
Are you mad?
Silence!
I'm in command here, and I grant the Witcher leave to enter.
Please, Master.
Are you here to kill me, Monster Slayer?
I'm here for your help. You can save Saskia.
Do you hear them? They want my head. They equate the words of some village idiot with mine. I am the heir to the Edirnian throne, the rightful ruler of this land, descendant of Demavend and Verferil.
Prince, if you help me heal Saskia, the people will forget.
So if I don't help you, they'll kill me. This is blackmail.
This is a deal.
What do you want?
Did you poison her?
Of course not. Even if I had, do you think I would boast about it? Don't be a fool.
I'm trying to help. Not only Saskia, but you, Your Highness.
I won't yield to that rabble. Never. One smear is all they needed to lay siege to my doorstep. Do you really think I should plead my innocence every time some village idiot says the prince did it? Or maybe go out there and beg them for mercy? Never!
You merely need to convince them that you're innocent. Prove it wasn't you and they'll walk away.
And if I am innocent, yet lack proof thereof? You claim you wish to help me. Do so. Convince the people to believe me. You'll not regret it.
You're trying to bribe me.
I want only to make a contract. Think about it.
He's trying to bribe us, kinda, to make everyone out there believe that he's innocent. Why don't you do it yourself? What is he so lazy about? You're the fucking prince. Go out there and speak with authority. Lead by example or something. Like, this guy is so weak. He's literally, like, I just don't like this guy. He's so weak. He had Saskia carry him through that fog. And as soon as we were done with the fog, he miraculously was able to walk again. Come on, man. And then this whole thing with, well, he didn't want Yorvith there, obviously. I can understand that. But I wouldn't put it past him to be in on this fucking situation here. I guarantee he probably is. The people were saying him and this Reverend, the guy that died, was the ones that poisoned Saskia. Something was up with that cup. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if... It's hard to say what that was, because whatever happened there, inside her drink, it seemed to glowed green right before she drank it, so I don't know what the hell happened. It had to be some kind of magic. Could it be Philippa?
I need royal blood for a potion that will heal Saskia.
Do you mock me?
You owe Saskia your life. She carried you away from the Wraith's battle.
It was her duty, as it would have been of any Edirnian. Besides, my realm is falling apart, and she is responsible. Saskia and her rebels routed the royal forces at Gillette and on the banks of the Dyfni. For practical purposes, the Edirnian army no longer exists.
Those rebels are the last hope you have of stopping Henselt.
And what then? A pig herd will be crowned and appoint a shoeshine his Secretary of State.
Don't think that far ahead. Your Highness, just a few drops of your blood will cure Saskia. Vergen can defend itself only if she's in command.
I've already said I owe this girl nothing. I'll not yield to blackmail even if it costs me my life. I'll go to the axe, my head held high. And I'll certainly not surrender even a drop of royal blood to save a peasant girl. Guards!
What is it, sire?
Show the Witcher out.
Is everything in order, sire?
We had a chat, but we are through. Think on what I told you, Geralt.
I will.
Give us this horplow. Go get the lads. We won't stand for this.
My hand!
I'll cut the block off the next man who dares try his luck.
This is nonsense. What would the prince gain with the Virgin's
Give us
death?
this horplower!
I can tell you what he lost with her life. Power.
The prince has it coming, methinks.
Where is this,
Good. Bloody bastard poisoned the
vigilante
virgin.
justice.
where's the peasant that...
Who will the Witcher side?
They say someone
Something about the peasant that
and the virgin
knew
fell as
of
if
the
dead.
Could be. Sorcerers are a plague of the worst kind.
Pale face.
Eyes like
let 'em
embers.
swing.
Keep moving.
What should I
Strangers, more strangers.
Afraid of something?
No, nothing.
You're lying.
I didn't do nothing. Didn't say nothing, don't know nothing, and didn't see nothing.
Tell me everything you know about the attempt on Saskia's life.
I heard the priest talking with the prince. This goody-goody said the Virgin is really a beast under her fair skin.
What priest?
Olcan, the one killed.
So there's no way I can check if you're lying.
I swear on my mother's grave I speak the truth.
What else did you hear? Tell me.
I was put in Saskia's room in order when the priest came to the prince's chamber next door. They wasn't speaking loud, but I heard the priest say, "Just clear the servants from the kitchen." Nothing more. Reverend Olcan, only he could tell you how it was, beginning to end.
The dead aren't very talkative.
What about what they leave behind? There may be clues or some such.
Maybe.
Gather more information or find the priest's house with Cecil Burden's help. Alright, well let's gather a little bit more information and then we'll go to Cecil. And look at the house, I guess.
If not for that damned Jorvith, the servant...
Come here.
Can we have a word?
Why not? I'm Ogden, a founder. I cast mugs, plates, chalices. You need any, Witcher?
No thanks. The tableware in the council chamber is your handiwork?
It is. Made it back in Mayor Farragut's time. Since then, each and every goblet has hit the floor dozens of times, and what happened? Nothing, because they're steel. My goblets are indestructible, impervious to both the fury of sovereigns and servants who are all thumbs.
Saskia's chalice was new.
Aye, it was. Back in Mayor Farragut's day, a venture Saskia was no more than an itch in her da's breeches.
Was the order for a normal goblet?
Not a chance. It was supposed to be a gift. I ornamented it richly, even on the inside. Not terribly practical, that, as it's hard to get clean. Some scum is bound to remain. But I wanted it looking downright regal, worthy of our Saskia.
The other chalices were not ornamented on the inside?
Course not.
So that would mean there might be some kind of poison incantation or something inside of Saskia's mug or something.
Who ordered the goblet from you?
That goblet was a gift. A way for the folk of Vergen to pay tribute to Saskia. I got the honour of casting and presenting it to our lovely leader. The lass liked it so much, she's not used any other vessel since she received it.
Any chance there could have been two identical goblets?
Why, there's no craftsman that comes close to me in Vergen.
Could someone have tried to copy your handiwork?
Ha! I know of one who's been trying for years, but he's a fumbler, a screw-up. He's not produced one decent vessel. They all look like the work of a drunken elf. Thorax, his name.
See you at the inn. We'll grab a beer.
Good. Enough of this charade!
Try to be reasonable, folks. Sit down and talk in peace.
We've talked enough! Come on, lads, let's drag the prince from his hovel!
Vergen's not a cesspit for anyone to shit in. There are laws to abide, and Scalen Burden's job is to uphold them.
There's no law allowing a serf to threaten a king's scion. I, Silgrat, brother of Seltkirk, the greatest knight to walk Edirnian land, say so.
Does it matter who was born in a castle and who in a pigsty? Any fool can prejudge and condemn. It's easier to accuse than to prove guilt.
A peasant servant claims that Prince Stennis supposedly attempted to kill Saskia. Why would the prince do such a dastardly deed? Bear in mind how eminent is his lineage.
That's why! The mongrel covets the crown!
Do you even remember how valorous he was towards Saskia during the negotiations with Henselt?
Pretending to be with her he was, sly fox. Taking the simple peasants in. But us lads ain't so dumb as you lords think.
See for yourselves how the commoners hate the prince, spitting venom like adders. They hatched a plot to dispose of him.
Saskia's servant, said that...
Where is this servant, might I ask? If he's got something to say, why does he hide like a thief? The answer is simple. He's a fraud.
He's hiding to save his skin from you, whoresons. Squirrels have to guard him.
One last question. How could the prince poison Saskia? It's a known fact that servants taste wine from the barrels before the virgin sips it.
No need to poison the wine. Smearing the poison inside the chalice would be enough.
I never heard of anyone poisoning a chalice.
You haven't heard much, then. One of the Emperor's forebears died after sampling some lamb. He was always scared of poison and ate supper with his cook. The murderer spread poison on one side of a knife. Then he cut the meat so that only a small piece was poisoned.
The Witcher's right. Give us Stennis.
Saskia's got her own chalice.
It was commissioned from one of the dwarves. The order came with a very detailed drawing.
Even so, how did it come into Saskia's hand?
Good question. I mean, it is a good question. I don't know, though. I'm not convinced on anything here. I'm not sure. I feel like we probably scattered our stuff here. We probably should have went with one path because it looked like it pulled us in. You only have a little bit of time to talk to people. And I guess we're going to have to make the decision somehow. I don't really know.
A good point. We can't be sure if the prince poisoned the wine.
Stennis is blowing hot and cold. Everyone knows that.
You were supposed to prove his guilt, not insult him, yokel.
Tell us who else would do it. A peasant wanting to hurt the miss? Never. It's cause of her you noble dogs can't ignore us. A pig won't cut its own throat. A peasant's not foolish enough to raise his hand against his saviour.
Perhaps it is no peasant's deed. However, that doesn't mean the prince is guilty, fool.
Answer me this. Was not Stennis' room next to Saskia's? Do not the wines come from his own lice-ridden cellar? Can he not enter the Virgin's kitchen at will? Yes. His serene dumbhead the prince can, curses on his kin. Nobody in Vergen wants to kill Saskia. And even if they wanted, nobody but Stennis could do it.
You're wrong, Colton. Reverend Olkin wanted to get rid of Saskia. He thought she was a monster at heart.
Olkin was on Stennis' leash like a dog.
How dare you, lout! Do you imagine if someone sits next to a married lady, he's surely fucking her?
The priest tried to convince Prince Stennis to join the conspiracy.
Is Stennis some dimwit foundling that he dances to a lousy priest's tune? Olcan got what he deserved when Hensel cleaved his head. Now it's Stennis' time.
There is no proof the prince agreed.
The priest asked him for admittance to the kitchen.
So he didn't poison the Virgin himself, but allowed her to be poisoned.
That kind of makes sense, you know. Because I'm going to be honest with you guys, I think Stennis poisoned her now. Now that we know about the chalice, I don't think he fully went in there. He kind of used Stennis. Seems to be somebody that uses people. He's so lazy to do stuff himself. Or maybe he's careful to do stuff himself. Like, he wants us to go out here and make the crowd understand that he's innocent. I don't think he's innocent. I feel like he might be in on this. So turning a blind eye to it, if he knew about it, right? Turning a blind eye to Saskia getting poisoned is just the same as poisoning her. Because he let Olkin in there to do it, so why is he... He's fucking guilty. He's gotta be. This Olkin is probably the person that did poison Saskia, yeah? I don't know. I kind of feel like it makes sense, but it's really hard to say here, so...
It appears Stennis would benefit the most from Saskia's death.
Your Highness, this is dangerous.
I am not afraid. Fear is a commoner's trait, unfit for one with royal blood running in his veins. What do you want, to judge me? Is a prince a common thief who steals a dozen eggs at the market? You stand before royal majesty, and you raise your hands against it. In this world there are crimes that can be forgiven, and crimes that, by any means, cannot. Just as a mother killing her own child, or a man slitting his own brother's throat cannot be forgiven. A crime against one anointed by the gods themselves also cannot be condoned. He who raises hand against divine right is not worthy to walk this world.
And what about he who poisons the Virgin of Eden?
Firstly, Saskia is alive, so no one can blame me for her death. Secondly, you have no proof that it was I who tried to murder her. And thirdly, I assure all gathered here, I won't rise above the law. However, only she, the Virgin of Eden, can judge me.
Can it? And if Saskia won't get well, who's gonna judge you?
I believe she can be cured. But if the gods decide otherwise, we'll summon a coven of the wise who can pass just sentence.
Those are words worthy of a true sovereign.
I am the one you should look to for guidance. Let my deeds be the flame that lights up your darkness.
So you've forgotten how you tried to bribe me when I was at your house?
How about that, snout face?
This is slander.
There are no witnesses, Witcher.
The prince is guilty and a lynching would be a bad idea. It's so shitty because Saskia seemed to really want to protect him and like him. But I really feel like he was the one that poisoned her with Alkin. Like I said, turning a blind eye to it and just letting Alkin do it is the same as poisoning her. It really is. Like, what is... I don't think... No. He's trying to get rid of her because he can't get rid of her any other way. He's taking a coward's approach to getting rid of Saskia here. That's why he won't give us blood. He's just guilty. The prince is guilty. It has to be.
You didn't say a word about your guilt or innocence. You demand justice. You want to summon a coven of the wise. But who will sit on that coven? Any peasants? No, only people you'll nominate yourself. Lords whom you'll reward with lands for reaching the right decision. Such men are to decide if you're guilty? No, you are guilty, Prince. You know you are. The nobles won't forgive them that.
They're a cowardly lot. Yelping's all they're good at.
And backstabbing.
By Stennis' example. His filthy life wasn't taken in vain. Eilhart will get royal blood, and Saskia will be cured.
We need to hurry. We can't keep peace in Vergen with strength alone.
Anything's possible using strength. One just has to know how to use it.
That's your credo?
Saskia's the best leader I know, but she can't hope to defeat Henselt with this rabble.
What do you intend to do?
I'll get reinforcements. The Scoia'tael are more numerous than you think. Time to summon them. I'll leave shortly.
You won't get through the fog.
I don't intend to. Mountains may stop human armies, but not the Scoia'tael. I'm going south.
Will you be back in time?
I have to. Va fail, Gwynblade. Don't lose hope.
So, I don't think that went as planned, friends. I didn't want to see him get brutally murdered like that. I was kind of hoping that we could hold him into custody or something and maybe Saskia would judge him. I didn't think that we would push the crowd there to murder him. So, we are an assassin of kings too, it seems, in our own little fucking way. That is kind of unfortunate, but I feel like I probably really fucked that quest up. Maybe I just didn't have enough context on stuff. Or I may have picked the wrong people to talk to. I have no idea. Ultimately, we got the blood, but I didn't want to see him get brutally murdered like that. That wasn't what I envisioned there when I said, you know, he's guilty. I thought that they would kind of lock him away and have the option to wait for Saskia's judgment to see what she thought on the matter because she was the one that got poisoned. But ultimately, he was guilty. He had to be. I felt that he was guilty. Turning a blind eye and letting Alkin in there to poison her is just like poisoning her as it is. So, I don't know. It's kind of just, that quest was very much just scattered, friends. I don't know. I don't know if we did the right thing or not. I guess I won't know until we keep going. But one thing's for sure. We did get the royal blood. Suspect Thorak. Talk to Thorak. After talking to the creator of the goblet, which had been a gift from the folk of Vergen to Saskia, Geralt decided to visit Thorak. He suspected that the original goblet had been replaced with another containing the poison. Thorak was the only artisan in Vergen capable of replicating the original and thus producing the goblet used to poison the Dragon Slayer. Let's do that. Find the priest's house, ask Cecil Burden for help. So we still have this stuff here. The servant from Saskia's quarters indicated the priest named Alkin as someone who could have been involved in Saskia's poisoning, that the priest was already dead, suffering a memorable accident on the cursed battlefield. His home could still be searched since the Elderman Cecil Burden knew everyone in Vergen. The Witcher went to ask him where the divine servant had lived. Let's look at Stennis, if we can. Prince Stennis. Stennis greatly desired to prove himself equal or superior of the Virgin of Edirne. He had strong support from the nobility, yet the common folk had few reasons to sympathize with him. His refusal to help Saskia said much about the Yost's personality, none of it good. When he got involved in the conspiracy against Saskia, the young prince forgot that crowned heads fall as easy as those of serf. He was found guilty as an accessory to the assassination attempt and paid for it with his life. So was he guilty or not? I think he was. Just like I said, turning a blind eye is the same thing as being guilty. Who the fuck's Thorak? And it's not... Oh, it's on the... Okay, it's on the mini-map. Let's go ahead and level up, friends. We got 2 talents. Hell yeah, baby! Let's go ahead and upgrade this one now. You know, I feel like I really don't want any more here. Maybe the art sign. We'll do the art sign. And then I think after this, I'm going to go to the sword tree. Because there's nothing else in here that seems very much worth putting points into. Yeah, we'll go to the sword tree next. Alright, well, I'm going to head over to this Thorak person to see where the hell... Ah, send us a sword. Thank you, sir. Let's go to his room, actually. His room's locked. Damn it. Sorry, friends. Attention, monsters! Well, that's kind of unfortunate. There's nothing we can do about it now. He was guilty in some kind of way. Thorak? Let's talk to this guy about this thing. The mug.
Anyone order an exquisitely adorned goblet from you?
I get the occasional commission for tableware, sure. But what exactly are you talking about?
Saskia's goblet. Was that your handiwork?
That ugly bucket! Did you intend to offend me? Whoever made that thing should be whipped! I certainly hope Saskia orders her vessels for me next time.
If she gets a chance to order anything again.
Wait for events to unfold on suspect Thorak? What the hell's going on here? Let's go to Cecil. Talk to him about Alkin's house or whatever. We need to talk to him about the dream as well. Excuse me, Cecil. How are you?
Think you might have gone a bit too far with Stennis?
Mummy spent too much time pampering him, so he thought he could do anything he pleased. He got what he deserved. Maybe it'll all blow over, or maybe there'll be another war. History's like a coin that falls out of your pocket. You never know where it's gonna roll.
I need to know where Reverend Olkin used to live.
Simple. Let me show you on the map. It's about right here.
It's about right here. Thank you, Cecil.
I need to get inside the harpy lair.
No chance.
I know all about the harpies. They steal dreams, collect them. I found one, but it proved too weak for our purposes. I need a stronger one. So I'm asking you nicely, open the damn gate.
Listen, Witcher. I want Saskia to recover, I do. But don't ask me to turn this town into a circus just before we battle Henselt. My grandfather locked that gate for a good reason. Imagine if we could all go in there to look at those dreams. Dwarves, peasants, their scoia'tael, Adernian nobles even. All seeing the desires of others. Terrifying. It would be the end of Vergen. What's more, legend has it the oldest stolen dreams can become reality. And I don't want nightmares stalking Vergen's back alleyways come nightfall.
Open it. I'll make it quick.
Stop pissing me off. You're acting like a drunk suitor. No means no.
You know, don't know if I should mention this, but the dream I found belongs to you.
What are you talking about?
It's an embarrassing affliction, I imagine. Hell, even something of a political liability in your case. Some might even call you a freak. You're the alderman. An ages-old tradition is vested in you. On top of that, you now lead the preparations for Vergen's defense.
You wouldn't dare.
Imagine your ancestors carved in stone. Condemnation, not pride on their bearded faces. Who knows? Maybe you'd keep your office, but you'd be the talk of the town for ages. And your nephew? Poor kid.
I'll open the gate. I promised Scalen's mother I'd be sober as a judge to the end of my days, and I aim to keep my word. I don't give a damn about ages-old traditions and piss on loose talk. But you're right. I cannot compromise Vergen's morale. You must bury this thing. The secret dies with you, never to be spoken aloud. Understand?
I do. Thanks, Cecil. And good luck staying sober.
Man, that's pretty shitty that we blackmailed him there, because I kind of feel bad that we did that, but... Search the cave for useful artifacts. Kill the Harpy Queen in her lair. There's the contract, friends. Hell yeah. Hey, Cecil. See you later.
See you, Governor.
Governor? Am I the governor of Vergen here, friends? Our detective with the wolf medallion around his neck finally learned where Reverend Olkin had lived, so he went to search the priest's room. The Ruck insists he had no way contributed into the making of the replica. The criticism he leveled at the gift goblet could have indicated a genuine aversion. For one is never as honest as when in the grip of great envy. Geralt had no idea what to do next, so he decided to drop this part of the investigation and focus on questioning the onlookers in front of Stennis' house. The Vergen Elder announced a reward for killing the Queen Harpy. I could use additional money. Alright, maybe this whole suspect thing I messed up. I have no idea. Let's go find his house. Said he'll mark it on the map, but... Oh, we got the wrong quest. I'm like, what is going on here? Because it's not showing on the map. Search Olkin's room. It's still not showing on the map. I am really not sure, friends, because I have no idea where his house could be. And it's... Here, I'll put it on your map. Right here. And it's definitely not... on the map. See, there's something gray on the map, but... I'm trying to think, because I went into all these houses. There seemed to be two houses that I can remember that had some kind of lockbox in them. It was To be honest with you, I think it was the one up here. By Thorak person. It was like... That's a locked one, so that can't be. I think it was this one. But then there was another one too. I don't remember. There was another one that had a chest in it. Like, see here. Key required for this. But then there was another one. I feel like it was over by Felicia Clory's house. Let me check, because there was something over there.
Strange aura.
Here we go. I searched around majority of the houses here and nothing triggered. And I remember there being something on the lines of, I thought there was a lockbox over here somewhere, but it doesn't look like there is. But there is indeed. Well, I guess it's good that just searched all the houses, friends. And this is the only one that freaking came up with anything, so.
Nothing interesting.
Oaken's notes. Wait for events to unfold. Basically just showing that he did commission the chalice then. Alright, well I guess that could have came in handy, but it doesn't matter because it seems like we found out information on Oaken anyway. Without even finding this. I guess that's from the peasant. Who knows, but anyways friends, I'm going to save here. When we get back we will mark the... I guess we'll just mark the Harpy Queen one. And it doesn't look like that's showing anything, so hold on. Let's do... Hunting Magic. That one's showing something. Cool. Well, we'll do that next episode, which is finding something in the Harpy lair, probably. We'll also be able to kill that queen over there as well. But that looks like that's probably around it. And when we get that... you know, I can talk to Philippa on this. But let's not do that. Let's go ahead and do this first. And then we'll talk to Philippa on Triss. But anyways, friends, take it easy out there. Have a good one. Until next time, see you then. Take care.